After that, Goda took the phone and was told to watch over the children responsible adults. Goda repeatedly said yes sir in an overstrained voice, his face covered in cold sweat. From there, Kirei received the phone and spoke with Balor, and then Shannon and Cannon got the turn. Jordan just answered. And following that, Nanjo and Kumasawa picked up as well, so all the members of both sides had their turn on the phone. Each encouraging the other and confirming that they were at least safe for now, even if the location was unknown. And coming to a complete understanding of the current situation for both sides. They didn't want to talk forever, but now was not the time to chat. Travis told them that they would be hanging up now, and those in the guest house agreed. If anything else happens, we'll call. Wait by the phone so you can pick it up quickly. Again, be careful. You mustn't do anything rash. Yeah, I understand. Just know that you and Ken rest are safe. That's when my boy. We'll do our best. Please stay safe. Yeah, of course. Well then, I'll be hanging up now. Be on your guard. With that, the phone call ended. Jordan and the rest of the men quickly descended the stairs, closed the shutters, and secured the strong locks on the doors. However, just across the way, there was nothing that could be done about the beautiful wide windows of the downstairs lounge. If this were to be broken, it would be easy for them to get inside. It wouldn't be hard for someone like Kinzo, who hadn't hesitated committing murder, to invade the first floor. It's like grandfather and his fathers were being armed. Locking ourselves in the room is our best bet. More of our only method is staying locked down. It seems that we have no choice to set ourselves in a locked room. If our enemies are carrying guns, that's the only method we have left to us. The master said have a collection of working guns! That's right, guns! That was a gun! So, it's a horribly powerful gun! We can't contend with that! Smashing someone's head. That takes a hell of a lot of force, right? It might be a magnum bullet or something along those lines. It might be going through a flimsy door like it's nothing. So then there's even more reason to barricade ourselves in the room. Let's put up a bed and block the window too. If you do that much, then it doesn't matter how many guns they've got. They shouldn't be to break in. Shit. This passive one-sided defense all we can do? God damn him, knocking out my dad and even capturing Kirei-san. You're gonna pay for this, yo goat! Impossible! There's no way we're gonna go against them! Guys, those bastards got 7 underlings too! There might even be more of them! Just what are they? Balor was filled to the brim with an urge to get revenge for Rudolph. And to rush out here to save Kirei. Just by looking how terrified Goda was, there was no doubt that this would be reckless. It's gonna be hard on you too. Right, Anaki? And we've got to say hold up here? God damn it! Of course I'm torn up about too. No way can we come with both of my parents murdered. but specifically because that I have to remain calm. You think that our murdered parents would want us to die in vain? There's no way they would. They want for at least the children to escape. That's why I'm going to survive. And I would report this police and cover everything. Of course to avenge my parents. That will be my revenge. There's no way our parents would want us to die taking revenge for them. Right? You're right. You're damn right. That old bastard! Fuck your stupid ritual! You're saying we're gonna be sacrificed at that, and then we're just run away just to spite you and fuck up the whole goddamn thing! That's the way. Besides, you still have Kirie-san, Battler-kun. I still have Shannon. Let's just act cautiously and wait for our chance. Here's this our part might even work against the others who are captured. Hostages, huh? Can't rather capture them so he could use them as sacrifices, right? You don't go and save them, they're just waiting to be killed, aren't they? We don't even know where the dungeon they're being held in is. Either did Shannon or Kennen, or of course Goda-san or Kumasawa-san. Probably the same location that only grandfather knows of is incredibly high. In these circumstances, aimlessly wandering about is suicide. I know that. So, goddamn, are you saying the only thing we can do is stay confined here until something happens? Battler-sama, I understand your feelings, but let's put safety first. Cross-sama said they seem to be fairly old, so maybe break the bar somehow. The wise choice of action now is to believe in them and wait. And how there's a number of subordinates, they're all armed, correct? Yes, yeah. Probably? I wasn't paying much attention when I ran the fuck away. They're probably... Yes, they're all armed. Goda had been able to say Kinzo had others on his side. Not been able to mention that they were mostly all young women, like witches. Even their murders using strange magic. He said that it would only cause the others to doubt his sanity. No, in fact, he himself couldn't understand what he had seen and was doubting his own sanity. Regardless of sex or appearance, regardless whether it was done with magic or gun. The fact that the girls had followed Kindo's orders and killed 6 people in an instant was an unshakable truth. If those people came to attack the guest house, though, what would happen? Just closing doors and windows like this was surely meaningless. Goda, as well as Kumasawa. The only thing left for those two who had witnessed that massacre in the dining hall was to crater their heads, not even knowing how to interpret what they had seen. Kumasawa-san, daijoubu? Kumasawa-san, are you okay? Want some tea? Oh, thank you very much, thank you. I'm sorry if I may be alone with my thoughts for a while.
Maria,
thanks for being considerate. Let's let Kumasawa-san rest for now. It's good to show consideration to Kumasawa, certain of the shock she must have received after witnessing such tragedy. But her imagination couldn't even come close to the impossible scene Kumasawa had witnessed. Nevertheless, with her mother having been killed and her father having been captured, there's no way that Jessica could stay calm either. She sealed her anxiety and sadness using her anger towards Kenzo and walked irritatedly around the room. Oh.
Kumasawa-san.
Kumasawa-san? Is Mom really dead? Yes. I've never seen such a horrible way to die. It's not impossible that she's still alive, and with the treatment you could save her. Is it? After such a thing happened to her head, it's unimaginable. Cannot think of it. Well, yeah. If the head gets smashed, there's really no need for treatment, is there? And Goda come flying near the guest house, overcome with agitation. He was told about the massacre in the dining hall without concealing anything, except for the part about the witches and magic, which they themselves could not believe. In other words, they hadn't even sugarcoated the go-flooded way in which Nachi and the others had died. It's too late now, but Kumasawa regretted having obviously said too much. However, while lightly shaking her head and with a slightly painful laugh, Jessica spoke. No, they said, if anything, I should have stayed level-headed thanks to what you told us. Even avoiding mentioning the part about her head being smashed. You had said that she could still be alive. I ran off towards the mansion treating grandfather, and I might have been killed. His hints the revolt would have been fatal. With that in mind, thank you. I am deeply sorry. I should not choose my words carefully. Don't worry about it now. There's nothing we can do about Mom, but Dad's still alive. Ken-kun and Shannon, and Akira and Dr. Nanjo too. I want to save them somehow, but so we shouldn't do anything unnecessary that might be a burden to them. That's how the thing we can do right now might be waiting on the phone. There could be a phone call asking them to create a version to facilitate their escape. Or perhaps the others might learn their location and call for a rescue. Jessica understood that in order to act promptly when that time came, the only thing they could do for the meantime was wait in this room. George, Badler, and Goda returned, having finished checking all the locks and downstairs. Each of the three were holding a bunch of different objects. George had things like drinks, canned food, crackers, and other types of snacks that he had found in the lounge and pantry, as well as the first aid kit. All consumables that would be indispensable while they were locked down. Goda had a large folding chair and carpentry tools. Those were so that, in the case of emergency, they could nail over the door from the inside to seal it. If it came that, ladders would escaping out the window. That brought up objects which could be used as weapons such as blades and poles. Honestly, good idea on that, Battler. If you got some tape, tape some knives to the end of like pool cues, and then just start using those as like fucking spears. It's a very good idea. The power of the spear is well known in history. Now, if only everyone here was gay, and that way we could make a proper phalanx. Well, I guess we just have to go with what we can. Because knives went without saying. Disassembled table legs should be used as clubs. And the pole roughly the size of the person, which had been made by taking apart a hat stand, should surely be used as a spear, even though it had no point. There's a good possibility that enemies were carrying guns, so it's dubious whether these would be of any use. But it's still better than not having them. If those could provide at least a little peace of mind, they could also expect some kind of calming effect from them. Then they placed beds and sofas from around the room against the door, barricading it. They didn't go as far as to seal it up with nails. There's no chance that Krause and the others would escape and come to meet up. They apparently set a barricade at the top of the stairs as well. They've been designed to create a racket so it would work in place of a warning alarm as well. This is apparently Battler's idea. For that reason, they turned the TV off, so that if the first floor window were to be broken, they would know by the sound. Once the switch had been turned off, all that was left was an eerie silence. Were they going to spend the whole night in such crushing suspense? The boat was meant to be coming tomorrow morning. However, during the weather report, the typhoon was expected to continue all day tomorrow, and the boat probably wouldn't come. The typhoon would pass the morning of the day after tomorrow. In other words, the boat would be coming the morning of the day after tomorrow, as in the morning of October 6th. Right now is late at night, October 4th. They would have to spend more than 30 hours on this island. Kenzo turned cold-blooded murderer and his weird companions prowling about. Even without the shutters closed, there would definitely be a little bit of light seeping out. It might let the enemy know that they were hiding here. Bowser suggests it might be best to turn off the lights. Though I'd been taken over by such a ghastly feeling just from turning the TV off. There wasn't anyone directly challenged the proposal, but then again, there wasn't a single person who agreed to it. Ooh! Can't watch TV! Yeah, sorry, but you'll have to bear with it. Can't afford to miss the sound of the enemy breaking in. Boring! Even though she had been told that her mother died, Maria alone somehow didn't seem to be feeling an approaching sense of danger. She seemed like she was quite displeased with having the TV turned off. Even this bar situation in front of her, she can't share her senses of danger? Because she's so young? About right now, seeing that young girl acting that way was even slightly out of place. Made him feel like there was something very eerie about Maria. All that said, there's something more to try. Do you think you'll be able to do anything about the bars? Unfortunately, they're tougher than I imagined. I don't know when these were made, but their durability is certainly up to snuff. These are truly made rather well. Kirei chuckled softly. They had no moves they could make, but the mood had calmed just a little. This place is just like... It's just like where you play chess pieces once you capture them. Nothing if we can do it then. Not so fast. It's still too early to give up.
考の停止は鼓動の停止に同じよ。
We stop thinking, we might as well stop breathing, right?
だな。
Exactly.
チェスの駒置き場に意味はないが、将棋なら
This piece is taken aside may have no purpose. There's a great purpose of them in shogi.
駒置き場の一枚の歩が
As one captured pawn should be able to put pressure on the opponent.
なるほど。
I see. But there's nothing that we can get out of these bars.
私たちにはね。
For us, maybe.
でも、
If we can pinpoint where this is and contact Goda-san, we'll be able to get him come and save us.
助けに来てもらうことはできるかも。
なるほど。
I see.
しかしゴーダさんに
Out in for this lotion danger on Goda-san.
その場合、成人男性が不在になるゲストハウスのお子さんたちも不安です。
I also be worried of the children in the guest house without a full-grown adult male.
リスクを恐れるなら
If you're risk averse, buying your time to the situation improves again is not a bad idea.
もっとも損切りを恐れれば
However, you don't know where to cut your losses. What you have might have become worthless scraps of paper.
我々の命がだが
All we have is our lives.
親の子犬もね。
Our dignity as parents too, right?
私たちで何とかするからおとなしくしていなさいって偉そうに電話して、その
I'm talking big like that during the telephone call, telling them that we'd handle it. They should stay put. You can just start asking for help right away.
実に格好悪いわね。
That would be very uncool.
この後に及んではくだらんプライドなどとっくに紙切れだ。
At this point, pride is already worth less than nothing.
知恵を絞ろうじゃないか。
Why don't we put our heads together?
ここはどこな
Where is this?
本当に食
Is this really underneath the dining hall?
それとも屋敷とは異なる
No, this is a different place, separate from the entire mansion. Kraus, Kirei, and Anjo began to discuss their plans. Ken was squatting by the bar, silently trying to sense anyone's presence. Just as he had been ordered to. Shannon came close to him, and they both squatted down together.
気配は感じるの?
Did you sense someone? Yes.
こちらに意識
They aren't paying any attention in this direction, but there's somebody relatively close to us.
それは人間?
Is it human?
ヤギたちだと思う。
I think it's the goats.
あいつらの
Their breathing is really noisy.
実に賑やかだよ。
Ken's ability to sense the presence of others was several levels above that of a human. The Kraus and the rest couldn't even pick up the slightest hint of it. Therefore, even if he had simply reported, they wouldn't have doubted his ears.
捕まっちゃったね。
They got us, didn't they?
珍しいよ。
It's unusual
殺されない
for
で
us to be captured without being
捕
killed.
まるなんて。今回はベアトリー
This
チ
time, Beatrice-sama did make her appearance.
親方様が書斎を出られるし、
And the master left to study.
何が何だかわかんな
I
い
don't
ね。
have a clue what's going on.
わかるさ。
I do.
何が起こ
Never
る
happened
の
or changes is all for that which is fickle
全てあの
entertainment.
魔女の結果は何も変わらないのさ。
The result will be no different.
今回は黄
I
金
wonder this time we'll be able to
いけるかな。
go to the Golden Land.
さあね、
Who knows?
僕たちは
You have a high rate of
脱落率
losing.
が高いから。そういえば、二人で第一の番を生き延びたの
Come to think of it, it's a rare thing that both of us survived the first twilight, isn't it?
儀式が始まっ
I
て
keep feeling that's incredibly unusual for us to be able to talk together like this, even though the ritual has already begun.
なんだかすごく珍しい気がする。そうかもね。
Maybe.
でも、
But that's still just for the witch's
それもまた
entertainment.
魔女の余興だろうさ。
Maybe. 魔女の余興だろうさ。
そういうわけで、
Nothing of it as anything other than her letting us live just a bit longer to rescue us. As soon as you drop out of sight in the beginning.
また黄金鏡には
I'm wondering if we'd be able to reach the golden land.
どうせそうさ。
I'm sure we won't.
下手な期待を持つと。
We hold on to any foolish hope we get taken advantage of again.
そうだね。
That's right.
前回は
Last time you got taken advantage of. I'm an idiot. Ken made a sour look and turned his head. Chan laughed softly and apologetically and leaned towards his shoulder.
でもお嬢様が無事でよかったね。
But it's nice to hear that my lady's safe, isn't it?
第一の晩を逃れ
She escaped the first twilight. That's all.
それ以降の
She might just be made to wait for an even crueler fate in a later twilight.
待たされているだけかもしれない。それを言ったら姉さんこそ。
Well, you Nissan.
ジョージ様が
Aren't you glad that George-san was safe?
二人で黄金鏡にたどり
It'd be nice if the two of us could reach the golden land together.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
同じこと
I was just saying for you, my lady, as well.
お嬢様にも。
僕は期待はしてないよ。
I don't have my hopes up. It's just as you
姉
say.
さんの言う通りだ。あの魔女は
All that witch is doing is having fun taking prizes from people and watching them flounder.
相手が右往左往するのを見て楽しんでるだけなんだ。どうせ誰も黄金鏡に行け
I'm
な
sure
い
no one will be able to get to the golden land.
僕がお嬢様鏡にたどり着き
If
た
I
い
were
と
foolish
願
enough
っ
to
て
wish
し
to
まう
reach the golden land with my lady,
あいつはそれこそ
that
面
witch would
白が
find that very fun toy with
絶
him
対
to
に
never
僕
let
た
us
ちにたどり着かせたりはしない
reach
さ。
there.
そうだね。
Right.
ベアトリーチェ様はより面
Each
白
time
くなるように
someone's thinking out which order sacrifice would be the most interesting.
無作為に選んでるなんて大嘘だ。
That whole thing about being chosen at random is just a blatant
あ
lie.
のペテン師魔女
That swindling witch.
どうせ黄
All
金
that
鏡
just
にたどり着け
about
ば
having to wish you
あらゆる
random
願いが叶うなん
the
て
golden land is probably a lie.
嘘っぱちに決まってる。
そんなことはないよ。
That's not true.
黄金鏡
The
は
land is
素晴
a
らしいと
wonderful
ころだよ。
place.
行ったことあるの？
Have you been there?
ちょっぴりだけね。
Only for a little bit.
それすらも
No, even that was probably just
ベアトリー
Beatrice
チ
Summer's
ェ様
joke.
の戯れだったのだろうけど。
どんなとこなの？そこ。
What's it like there?
うん。
Well,
素晴らしい
it's
と
a
ころだ
wonderful
よ。
place.
うまく説明できない。安らかな
Can't really explain well.
夢の
It's a
中
world
み
like
た
a
いな
pleasant dream.
バラが咲き乱れ
A
て
paradise like
美しい
I
空が
swear.
舞ってるような。
roses blooming all over and beautiful butterflies dancing or something like that.
そういう具体的なイメージのところじゃないの。
It's not a place with a tangible image like that.
本当に夢の中みたいなところなの。
It's not a place with a... It's really is like being in a dream.
そこにいるとき
When
は
you're there, it's
と
very
ても
gentle,
穏
very
や
peaceful.
かで、いつまでも眠っている
You let us sleep as long as you want.
てる
When you wake up early on the day off, lying under the covers,
カーテンの隙間
sunlight
から
comes in through the cracks in the curtains and you think, I have to get
そろそろ
up.
起きないとと思うんだけど、今日は休日だから起きなくてもいいんだって気づいて、もう一回お布団の中に潜り込む時みたいな、そんな気持ち
Then
に
you
な
guys
る
are
でし
today
ょ。
off and going back under the covers again. It's a place where you can feel like that.
僕なら損したと
I
思
feel
う。
annoyed that I got up at all.
休日なのに
Even
勘
by
違いして
accident,
お
even
き
though
な
it's
さ
your
い。
day off, it's something only you would
Yes,
do,
I'm correct.
miss on.
それで
No, go on.
うん。 そこにいた時はね。
I was there, I felt very contented and very calm.
でも元の世界
But
に
towards the return to this world, I can't remember it well, even though I've only
つい
just
直
been
前ま
there.
でそこにいたはずなのにうまく思い出すことができないの。ついさっきまで見ていた夢が思い出せないのによく似てる。
It's all like when you can't remember a dream you were just having.
でも
But I still remember that it was a very calm and quiet world.
静かな世界だったことだけは覚えてるの。
それだけ？
That's it.
なんだ。
Wow, that golden land she's always bragging about isn't much special at all.
なんて大したことないな。何でも願いが叶う場所だ。
I thought it was a place where all your wishes came true.
その通りだよ。
It is.
何でも願いが叶う場所。
It's a place where all your wishes will be granted.
少し違うかもしれない。
Well, maybe that's not quite it.
何も願わなくてもいい場所が正解かもしれないね。
It might be better to say that it's a place where you don't have to wish for anything.
例えばカノン
For example, for a coat candy coat,
寒くて
and you wish you had a jacket, be happy to be given one.
上着をもらえればとても幸せなことだけど、そもそも暖かい部屋にいる
If you were in a warm room to begin
上
with,
着が欲しい
wouldn't even be a reason to want a jacket,
必
right?
要さえもないでしょ。黄金鏡は大抵の願い
There's no need to
は
wish for it.
願
Most
う必要さえなくなる。
there's no need to even wish for most wishes.
すべてから解放
The
さ
world
れ
leads
た
to everything where everything is
カ
calm.
モが穏やかな世界なの。与えられて幸せという概念さえも超越したすべてから解
If you
放
say
さ
this
れ
place
た
that
世界
transcends confident that having your wishes granted will bring happiness. A world released from everything.
なんだか宗教っぽい世界だな。
It sounds kind of religious.
そしてそ
And
こでは
there, everything is
全て
equal.
が平等なの。意志ある存在
All
は
things with minds are
全てが
equal.
平等。人間も家具も魔女もない。
There are no humans, no furniture, nor witches.
そこでの私は誰とも対等で公平。
There, I was equal to everyone.
もう家具だからと
I no longer need to feel ashamed of myself because I was furniture.
すべての人間ともそして魔女とさえ対等な本当に幸せな世界だったの。
It was honestly a happy world where I was equal to all humans, and even witches.
うまく思い出
I
せない
can't really
けど
remember it well.
そこでは私ベアトリーチェ様とさえ対等な関係で良い友達でいられた気がする。
But I can't really remember well, but I have the feeling that I was there as equal to even to Beatrice-sama, and we were good friends.
あの魔女がいるならろくな理想郷じゃないよ。
If that witch is there, that's not much of a paradise.
で、
So,
その
you want to go to the
幸せ
blissful
な
golden land
王
with
国に
George-sama.
姉さんはジョージ様と一緒に行きたいわけだ。おかしな話だね。
That's strange.
黄金鏡は全てが満ち足りた理想郷なわ
The
けで
golden
し
land is a utopia where you want for nothing, right?
ょ。ジョージ様がいなくて
When
も
you be content even if
十
George-sama
分に
wasn't
満たさ
there.
れてそうだけど。
黄金鏡はねとて
The
も
golden
穏や
land is
か
very
で
calm, peaceful, and everything is fair and equal.
すべてが対等で公平だけれど幸せだけ実は抜けてるの。
But actually, happiness alone is left out.
幸せな世界じゃない
It
の。
isn't a happy world.
もちろん安らかで穏やかで公平というだけですごい幸せな世界だよ。
Of course, just being peaceful, calm, and fair, it's an incredible world.
でもそれ
I
は
guess you could
例
say
えるならすべ
that
て
is a
の
world
悩
zero
みと
where
い
you
う
release
マ
all
イナス
negative
から解
worries.
放されたゼロの世界なの。人の世はマイナスで満ちてるからもちろんゼロというのは
The human world is
面
filled
白い
with
幸
negatives,
福
so
な
of
わ
course
け
the
だけ
zero
ど
world is criminally happy.
それ
That's
で
so
もゼ
zero.
ロなの。贅沢
That's
だ
asking
よ
for a
ね。
lot, isn't it?
それはこういう感じ。
It's something like this.
穏やかな休
You're
日
nodding off on your quiet holiday
ま
morning,
どろみの時 最愛の人も隣にいてくれて、
person you love the most is next to you on your hand, and becomes something even greater.
素
Or
敵
one
な
will have
幸せになれる。
happiness, something like that.
ごめん、姉さんは例えが下手くそだね。バカだから。
Sorry, Nissan. It's hard with analogies. I'm too stupid.
つまり
So,
姉さんにとっ
due
て
to the grace happiness to be reaching the world together with George-sama.
ジョージ様と一緒にその世界にたどり着くことってわけだ。
Yes,
そしてきっと
I'm sure that for you will be reaching that world together with my
お
lady.
嬢様と一緒にその世界にたどり着くことだよ。
公平な世界で二人は
The two will be released from their worries in a fair world.
なんだかおかしな宗教を吹き込まれ
Feels
て
like I'm being doctrinated into some kind of strange religion.
僕はもっとこう俗物的な
There's like, I imagine something more worldly.
魔法の薬を与えられると
A world where we begin magic medicine that would make us be born again as
そうい
humans
う
or something
感じ
like
の世
that.
界を想像してたよ。
行けばわかるよ。
If you go, you understand.
ベアトリーチェ様が本当に気まぐれな方なら、いつかきっと
If Future-sama really is a fickle person, then surely someday so that you get a glimpse of it too.
そうすれば
Then you'll be able to understand my
姉さん
example.
の声がよくわかるようになるから。
ま、過剰な期待はし
Well,
ないことに
I'm
し
not
て
holding
く
my
よ。
breath.
いずれにせよ、
Alright, it seems like a game over for us this time already.
これでゲームオーバーみたいだし、別の機会に期
It would be
待
better
す
some
る。
other time.
そうだね。
You're right.
おかしな期待
Yes,
を
strange
持つと
hope, Future-sama will take
ベア
advantage
ト
of
リ
us
ーチェ
again.
様にまたつけ込まれる。何も考えず、ただ運命に身を任せるのが私たちには一番かもしれない。
It might be best for us to stop thinking and trust ourselves to fate.
僕たちはただチェスの駒
We
で
just need simple chess pieces.
何を考えても考えなくてもどうせ
No matter what we think or don't think. We can't escape from this world of witches.
後のお役目はどういびり殺されるかただ待つことだけさ。
Our role now is just to wait and see how we'll be tortured to death.
そんな僕らに黄金
For
の
us, the
夢
dream
は
of the golden land is too unavailing.
そうだね。
You're right.
ごめん。
Sorry. Shannon shrugged his shoulders when told Shannon to leave him alone because she was interfering with duty and distancing himself from her. Realizing her thoughtlessness in bringing up such an inappropriate topic and instead of hurting Cannon. Shannon bit her lower lip and stared at the ground. She shouldn't bother him anymore. She went in off and squatted in a corner by herself. At that moment, Cannon twitched. It was like the ears of a cat when it reacted to a faint noise.
どうしたの？
What's wrong?
旦那様、誰か来ます。
Strauss-sama. Somebody is coming.
何？
What? And their conversation strained their ears. For a while, they couldn't hear anything. But before long, they were able to hear the sounds of a large group of people walking.
おいでなすったわね。
So they've come.
年貢の納め
The
時
time of reckoning is upon us.
さも
Roast our first and final chance.
最初で最後のチャンスか。 私が金蔵さんと話しま
I
す。
shall talk to Kinzo now.
なんとかここの場所を聞き出してみます。
Try to find out where this place is somehow.
期待してるわ。
We're counting on you. During the last phone call, Kiri had asked what time over at the guest house was. I mean, the same times were watched, and by this she had learned that their watches hadn't been set back. It wasn't just the clocks on the walls in the guest house. Still, people's watches, including George's and Goda's, had matched. If that was the case. Now they're massacring the dining hall, they've been transported to the dungeon in only a few minutes. Now time had passed for them to be knocked out and carried away. Now, were those really pitfalls, meaning that this was an area directly in the dining hall? All they could do was pray that Nanjo could find out where this was.
来ます。
They're coming.
多分人数は
There's probably 4 people.
親方様
Master and 3 of those who appeared at the dining hall.
食堂に姿を現したうちの3人かと。
もう十分だ。
Oh, good.
君も後ろに下が
You
り
can't
たまえ。
come back here as you come back here as well now.
あとは私たちで応対する。
We'll deal with the rest.
シャノンちゃん、申し訳ないけ
Chan-chan,
ど
sorry, but
電
can
話
I
のと
have
ころ
you
に座ってもら
sit
える？
by the phone?
スカートで電話を隠して。
Hide it with your shirt. Skirt. Yes. Residents came closer. The sound of a heavy door being opened at the other end of the corridor. The light they were apparently carrying illuminated the dimly lit corridor, stalking the walls with the razor-sharp windows, or shadows. Then the light from the lantern that held up the prisoners through the bars. The bars' sharp shadows divided lengthwise. There are 4 figures there. There's Kinzo, Runaway, Virgilia, and Gap.
後ろ宮家当主ゴールドスミス教のおなりでございます。
The head of the Ushiromiya family, Lord
皆
Goldsmith.
様、
Everyone, your silence, please.
ゴールドスミス？
Goldsmith.
親父殿のペンネームだ。
His father's pen name.
怪しげな魔
He
導
always
書を書
signs
く
it
とき、
with it when running those bizarre grimoires.
金蔵を英語風に？
Kinzo made English style.
それならゴールド
That'd be Gold
ウェアハウ
Warehouse.
スが正しいんじゃないの？
ウェアハウスは倉庫。ただ溜め込むに
A warehouse is a place to keep things in and nothing more.
しかし私は金を生み出し細工し
But as
さら
I
に
create
価値を
gold
高める
and use my craftsmanship to further increase my worth,
スミスの方が
I
よ
think
り
Smith
ふさわしい
is
と思わ
much more fitting.
確かに
Certainly.
無駄口を
I
失礼
apologize
し
for
ました。
further blathering.
金蔵さん、
Kinzo-san? Just what is going on?
ここは一体どこなんだ？
Where on the road is this?
おや我が友よ
Oh, my friend.
思い出せんかね
Can't you remember?
さすがにその
They made it right at the prison, but you remember walking through this corridor?
この廊下を歩いた記憶はあるはずだ
Huh? Huh?
まさか
You don't mean...
心当たりがあるの？
You have an idea? But no, that's
考えられない。
that's inconceivable.
第一、私たちは落とし穴に落ち、しかもほんの数分
I
で
see we'll do a pitfall
ここ
for
に
like
閉
we
じ込
looked
め
up
られ
in
た
here
のです。
after only a few minutes.
そんなことは物理的に、距離的にありえない。
Is the chance to start to great? That's physically impossible.
人間にはね。
Or a human. Right.
お父さん、ここは屋敷ですか？
Father, is this the mansion?
屋敷にこんな地下が
Think that's an underground area like this?
クラウス。 お前たちがその存在をささやき、何度か私の後をつけ回して探ろうともしたではないか。
Wasn't there a place whose existence you all whispered of, and which you followed after me on numerous occasions trying to find?
それがここだよ。
This is that place.
いや、正確にはそこの地
No, to be right, this is under that place. Like, maybe he's lying? Maybe?
まさかここは
This place can be Kuwadorian? Basements?
ご検察の通りです。
It is as you surmise.
こちらはクワドリアンの地下。
This is the basement of Kuwadorian.
クワドリアン。
Kuwadorian.
まさか
You mean father's
噂の
rumored hidden mansion that
親父殿の隠し屋敷なのか。本当に実
it
在
really
した
exists?
我が最愛の魔女
That mansion was constructed for the sole use of my beloved witch Beatrice.
地上部分は美しき上品な
It's a truly shame that I cannot show you around the above ground section as such a beautiful and elegant
実
mansion.
に残念に思うぞ。
こんな牢屋があるお屋敷で二人きりなんて素敵ね。 How lovely, just the two of you alone in the mansion in this kind of room. どうもお父様とは性癖が合わないみたい。 It seems you and I are differently inclined. キリエさん、
Kiri-san,
無礼な発
it
言
would be
はお
wise to
控えになった方が
refrain
賢明
from
です。
such rude comments.
でも同感よ。
But I agree.
私も
The mansion I was given had this kind of dungeon in it.
100年の恋
Even a 100-year-old year love would turn toad and take anything of value and run for the hills.
おや、
Oh, you have no interest in this sort of thing.
てっきりキュンキュンしちゃうとばかり。
And here I was thinking that you would go head over Hugh.
もちろんキュンキュン
Of
しちゃうわ
course,
よ。
I'd go head over heels
誕生日のプレゼントに首
if
輪
I
なん
get
か
a
もら
collar
っ
or
ちゃったり
something
した
for a
のね。
birthday present.
ただしイケメンに限る。
But only if he's a stud.
お静かに。
Quiet.
首輪より
Don't you need a
猿靴は必要
gag more than a collar?
あら、あなたはそっちもいけちゃうの？
Oh, even that's not off limits for you.
リアって
You sure aren't picky, Leah?
勝手に人の名前を略さないでくだ
Who,
さい。
who gave you permission to shorten my name?
やかましいぞ女たち。
Enough! You noisy
お
women!
前たちも
Are you really like being locked up in the same cell?
これは失礼いたしました。お
I,
館さ
I
ん、
apologize, my lord.
この牢体にこのような寒い牢
This old body of mine would not be able to stand such a cold prison. Would you really quickly apologize? Get me that together, sort of that. It's like she's saying she wouldn't be captured. Or else that even if she were to be captured, it'd be meaningless.
牢とは捕らえに
Prison is a place where the captured cannot escape from.
それはすなわち
That implies that strong will and love do not let go for a lifetime.
と愛である。逃げても諦められる程度の女ならば
Only you could give up on if she ran away is not worth the word love. What makes you fall so madly in love that you don't want to let her escape to the point of binding her in chains? Tell me about reaching that level that becomes the love worth sacrificing my life for! I will not ask you to understand. I cannot be bound by anyone and will not be bound. I don't want to be loved, I want to love. I feel the same as you, Goldsmith. That's why I understand the madness of your love.
Love and madness are two sides of the same coin, or so they say. How bothersome. But learning where we are so easy was a big step. Well, that's the details later, but it seems that you know about this police, right, Dr. Naranjo?
Yes. That corridor is the underground passage leads to a Dorian. And if we go straight there, we'll become a long tunnel. We say on that, we should be returned to the mansion. And if we could just do something out these bars, we could go home.
Father.
That would explain how Genzo GTFOs. It really does explain a lot. The only question, of course, becomes where the fuck is their hidden passageway? It's not through the furnace, is it? There isn't a hidden passageway through the furnace, is it? Is there? I hope not.
What are you planning to do with us?
Both have recite you're to be sacrificed to the later twilights. There can only leave 5 of you here. Be perfect hostage for the 5 gouging.
I see. Then it's the time of reckoning for some of us?
Eventually. That's not why I've come here this time, so relax. Besides, I believe I said it already. When my grandchildren seem to inherit everything from me, then the ritual shall be cut off. In other words, the lives to be spared.
What are you planning to do with the children?
To see if they should be my successor or not. I shall give them a test. If even one of them can impress me, I'll call the ritual off.
And if there isn't anyone suitable, what are you planning on doing with the children?
There's no need to worry about that. After all, you're the ones who we made in sacrifice's curse. Anything after that should be of no concern to you. You should need to place your fate in the hands of your own children. Your children, the fruit of what you birthed, taught, and raised. They should surely be the most devoted. for your fate. Don't make such a worry face, Kraus. Believe in your darling bragging with 10 million in the end. Exactly. Children are the fruit of their parents. Worthy entrusting to the parents' fate. And father, that applies even to you. This woman has some guts! What a race on Rudolph! Kirie-san, you must not have agreed him too much.
I agree. Let's bear with it for now.
That's right. After all, we're simply fish on a chopping board. There's nothing more we can do. Except insult me with such vigor! I don't dislike that kind of woman, you know! Beatrice is that kind of woman too in the beginning!
My lord. Let us get to the main topic. We've been getting derailed for a while now.
Ah, yes, there was that. Sorry, my friend. Well then, let's get to the main topic. For that, I prepared a phone. Shannon! You don't have to hide it any longer. I had put that there, yes. My apologies. Shannon quickly drew and the telephone was revealed. Kraus. Call the grandchildren in the guest house. And tell them about the test. The start of my trial. The gesture that seemed to be saying, go ahead, Ronove urged Kraus to pick up the receiver.
And if I say no?
Oh, why do you think you're in a position where you can make a deal? You don't call it an engagement, not even given a chance. The Ushinomiya family will end here. And I'll tell you all of you to sacrifices right away. You'd be lucky to become sacrifices right away. I don't think it'd be more painful watching children be made sacrifice first, before your very eyes. Gap. The master is the one who decides the order of the sacrifices. Keep your opinions to yourself. Leah, you just tried to shorten my name and failed, didn't you? I did not. I told you not to shorten my name. Oh God, what is it with women?
Be noisy.
The clinic that Nanjo had opened and later passed on to his son still existed on Nijima. The aged doctor was Nanjo's son, but the atmosphere about him was very different. I'm only sorry to say this after you've gone this way. Nothing in particular to tell you. Nanjo's son spoke very indifferently. After the incident on the island was taken up by the talk shows in this indiscreet manner, there was a great deal of offensive probing to my father, who was Mr. Ushinomiya's doctor and friend. All we were out proof and also defied all my father's previous achievements. I still feel a great deal of resentment toward them. I think that's understandable. It's been pretty much the same for me. Constantly since I was 6. True. My apologies. I should consider your perspective here. Doctor finally remembered that Angie was also a victim, so he was the same curious eyes as he had been. In that case, you can probably understand why I want nothing more to do with the incident. That was an unfortunate accident. The only ones who want to make a fuss about being crime are the responsible TV shows and magazines. I am more than fed up with that attitude. Nanjo being placed in the spotlight for being one of Ushinomiya Kinzo's few friends. Because of that, there probably been a persistent offense on witch hunters, and the press used the late Nanjo's son as a source of information. The doctor went on and on criticizing the press indignantly. I really understand how you feel. The person's life was put under surveillance. And I know privacy, no portrait rights. Heck, I don't even know if I'm being afforded human rights. So I deeply empathize with your pent-up anger. And for that very reason, I want to know more than anything else, what in the world was that incident that so thoroughly ruined my life? That's why I came here. I'm a late party, just like you. Not a magazine columnist or interviewer. Please don't get the wrong idea. I didn't come to do this for fun. I very much appreciate it if you stop looking down on me. Your new comparison of whose life was most screwed up by the accident won't even come close. Never imagined he would be talked back to in such a forceful manner. The doctor couldn't help but fall silent. From Angie's perspective, the doctor was whining about absolutely nothing. Sure, he wanted him to put without time to make him understand how many days had passed for her before arriving on this island. The doctor realized I had spoken and remained silent for a while, looking uncomfortable. I know it's probably him to remember what happened at the time. If there's anything you do know, please tell me, no matter what it is. Of course, don't tell no one. I visit here today to bring some closure to my life. I'm 18. 12 years of my life. And I'll probably keep on taking. Thrown into darkness when I was 6 years old and I've never gotten it out. Are you still going to tell me I have no right to know? No, I'm sorry. Seems that since all the others who came here were ill-natured folk, I instantly put on my guard. I apologize for my rudeness. Alright. You're gonna swear not to breathe a word of this to anyone, I'll tell you everything.
Thank you, Doctor. Then, if you would, it already took too much effort to get you to talk like this. Please tell me everything you can. As you know, my father was not only Mr. Ushinomiya's personal physician, but his friend through the game of chess. That chain was very long, stretching back to the time Mr. Ushinomiya moved to Rokujima. Just how close were they? Considerably, it seems. Their connection through chess let my father stay at Mr. Ushinomiya's mansion quite often. Not sure it is right of me to say this, but Mr. Ushinomiya was extremely moody. My father was an anonymous man who excelled at interacting with people like him. Not hard to imagine they were a rare friend for the isolated Mr. Ushinomiya. That day was the day of the family conference. The Ushinomiya family conference was said to involve harsh questions from Kinzo over how his fortune would be seen to. Most like a financial conference. Dr. Nanjo gained a trust so great that he was asked to attend even that. My father was a simple doctor. I can imagine that he was in position to advise an asset management for a millionaire family like the Ushinomiyas. It was most likely called there to desist because Mr. Ushinomiya's health was not at its best at the time. As Mr. Ushinomiya's close friend, I'm not sure that my father would have kept his mouth shut, and I trust not to leak the secrets of the family conference. Was Miss Ushinomiya Kinzo in very bad health at the time? Are there any medical charts left? Father took the medical charts with him on the day of the accident. I'm afraid to say the entire photo of Mr. Ushinomiya's medical charts has been lost. And my father's patients don't know the details either. Around the time of the incident, is there anything you thought was strange? Well, there was. Seemed exceedingly likely the result may have changed. I don't really want to keep talking about it. What is it? Please tell me. For a while, the doctor beat around the bush. After he said that much, Angie would not allow the subject to be dodged. Angie was worn down after making Angie swear herself to secrecy again. He opened up. The truth is, several days after the accident, I received something by mail at my home. Mail? I was very curious. Sign was made out to me, but I had no memory of it. Someone had sent in my name. The destination was Ruben Island in Hokkaido. It's the northmost tip of Japan, excluding the Northern Territories. The recipient's address was on Ruben Island, but the name was my father's. However, it seemed there was a problem with the destination address, so I received an address unknown label. Return to the center of me. It was truly a strange tale. Nanju's son's name was written as the sender. However, he said that he hadn't mailed the letter. I'm sure this meant someone else had sent it using his name. Destination was Nanjo Terimasa on Hokkaido, Ruben Island. The lot number written on it didn't exist. The local post office has been unable to deliver it and said send it back to the sender, Nanju's son. What was inside? I truly ask that you keep silent about this. I am by no means pleased to have received this.
かといって捨てるわけ
So I can only throw it away. There, dozen dictionaries that could only have been ornamental were lined up one after another. Asserting in the strongest way imaginable, the owner was an intellectual. When he pulled several volumes out from there, a large brown envelope was hidden behind them. It had been carefully sealed with adhesive tape, and its faded color and dryness told that it had remained sealed for 12 whole years. Most sincerely, I ask for your silence. Emphasizing as much as this was annoying, the dog removed the seal with a quality paper knife. Then, when he took the envelope, an already opened mail envelope spilled out. The envelope had weight to it, hinting that there was something other than a letter inside. The recipient was certainly Nanjo Terumasa. Even seeing that was a huge shock. Out of the incident, Nanjo's corpse had not been found. He was treated as dead in absentia under extraordinary circumstances. And despite that, this letter addressed to Nanjo in Hokkaido existed. One can always take the sign that he had faked his own death and escaped to Hokkaido. Was Dr. Nanjo really in Hokkaido?
あるいは同姓同名の人物が北海道に。
父が何かの私たち家族にとっては事情に関わらず嬉しいことです。
The father of someone escaped the accident was living in Hokkaido. That would have been made her apparently very happy regardless of the situation. That was all that possibility at first.
しかし、この封筒の送付先住所は存在しないのです。
The destination address of this envelope does not exist.
つまりこの封筒は届くはずのない郵便なのです。
In short, this envelope was a mail that had no way of reaching him.
送付者が
Is there a possibility that the sender miswrote the correct address?
もちろん否定はできません。
Of course, I cannot disprove that.
ですが、住所
However,
の番
during
地
the
を見
resident's house number, I found that hard to
どう
believe.
もそうは思えないのです。
北海道
Hokkaido,
レブン郡
Reuben Island, Reuben Country, Reuben City. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm to Reuben City, it's alright. I just couldn't wipe away the feeling that the following sequential number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 was low and sincere. It feels like a fake address that some kids made up.
おそらく明らかに存在しない住所をデタラメに書いたのでしょう。
Probably just wrote some clearly non-existent address. They not assumed that from the very beginning. This memo was sent to a non-existent address, which had no chance of being delivered.
考えるのが自然だと思います。
If that shady address doesn't exist, the mail is generally returned to the sender. But even in the case of faulty address, the local post office often courteously investigates research to find whether the sender's intended address actually exists. When they still can't find it, the mail is sometimes returned after an investigation of several days. It seemed that this was what happened to this envelope. The stamp was postmarked October 3rd. It was postmarked on Nijima. Nijima was a long way from Reuben Island. Without that, destination was also nonsensical. It had taken more than a week for the mail to be returned. In other words, there was an extremely high chance that having this envelope return the sender after an indeterminate amount of time. Having to go from the very beginning. Why do something like that? Even before that was what had been sent, the envelope was already veiled in mystery.
中身は
And inside?
どうぞ。
Go ahead. After getting the doctor's permission, I tilted the already opened envelope. On the inside came a small fold letter and a small key with a number tag attached. A swipe card slid out. A112 is greater than key's number tag. The card was a pitch black and had gold letters engraved onto it. Members were written in English. Jetpack gold letter card design made it feel like something very high class. Of course, I didn't have a clue what kind of card it was just from that. I unfolded the letter. Counters was extremely brief, only the following was written. Oh shit! What? Wait, what? Why were they in episode 3 though? 07151129. And the name of a certain massive bank known throughout Japan as well as the word central bank. That was all. What is this? Card, a key, and a pin for a safety deposit box. It wasn't a normal safety deposit box either. It was an unsettling one, which was apparently reserved only for special clients. After he finished putting his affairs in order following his father's funeral, he visited the bank. Pin and key and card. There's no doubt the meaning of something of great importance was stored there. It was naturally curious about what that would be. At first he didn't know what to do. The card wasn't properly his possession. But when he mustered up his courage and showed the card to a bank clerk, he was then switched to a clerk of clearly high status and was guided to a large vault on the 4th basement floor. The security on the way there was strict. The doctor had himself stored valuable items such as real estate transcripts in the safe deposit box before. But this was something on a whole different level. Only the freezer and the deposit box I use. Their system didn't carry out any identity checks so long as you had a card, a pin, and a key. What kind of shady objects must want me inside that a place had to be stored like this? And so, I passed the card to the reader, I was asked to input the pin. And after that 8-digit was input and authenticated, I was permitted access to the vault. It was an incredible scene. More like something from a sci-fi movie. A massive dimly-lit silver room was covered with doors to safes. He entered that room along with the clerk. As soon as the card was read, the vaults he had a right to were apparently determined. So the safes he could open were lit with the green ones, while those he couldn't were lit with red ones. A112 indicated one of those safes. By the way, there was a long line of other safes marked with green lamp besides that one. I think there were at least 20. Might have been more in other corners of the room. In the event, I only had the key to A112. I know we were checking the contents of the other safes. As the clerk watched, the doctor unlocked and opened the safe. When he did, a safe drawer like a large cabinet opened. An expensive-looking duralumin? I was carried to a separate room where, for the first time, the clerk left and was introduced to the contents. And the contents were... cash. Cash? How much? For that, a pack of 1 million yen in fresh baked sodas approximately 1 centimeter thick. But those were packed tightly into a duralumin case of such a size. Probably 100 million total. I don't know because I didn't count. I didn't even touch it with my hands. I realized at once. This was dangerous money. It isn't normal to store a whole 100 million yen in cash in a safe like that, case and all. It's not easy to deal with if you deposit into a bank and turn it into a number. The fact they were unable to do that made it clear there was something wrong with that cash. My mind blank and realized I must not get involved. And you didn't use it at all? Yes. Locked it straight back up and returned it to the original safe and left. I have thought about throwing away that key and card, but I have no idea what might happen. Batteries have been hiding in the back of the bookcase, a secret from everyone for 12 years. So I don't know what kind of money that was. Can I borrow this envelope? No. Please just leave it here. Alright. And if I may, something I want to investigate. I took Oni-chan's grimoire from the knapsack I set down. The characteristic handwriting was unmistakable. The one who has sent up this 100 million yen in cash was Beecher herself. But what is it? Something's bugging me. What is it? What is it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got something like that in my own. Hey Ma, where I put it again? The same other concept we sent to Kumasawa's son who once lived. But he had very been busy in the days since and seemed to have forgotten about it among the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Harry Street's content stayed in his memory, but remembers as soon as Angie had told him. After a bit of a wait, his thin-lipped wife came from the envelope telling him he always forgets where he puts things. Notice how random for the sender recipient were exactly the same as Andrew's son. The sender was made out of Kumasawa's son, the recipient was Kumasawa Chiyo. And the destination of the address was Okinawa Prefecture. Okinawa Prefecture, Yama County, Yanaguni City, 123415167. Yunai was the westernmost to Japan. The lot number was exactly that before. A single number that had apparently been chosen at random. Now it's certain. This envelope was definitely set with the goal of having returned to the sender. Its contents were exactly the same. A swipe card, a key with attached number tag. The inscription on the number tag was A113, the number right after the one on the key that had been sent to Nandra's son. Most likely inside the vault was the same kind of duralumin case packed with 100 million yen in cash. The other thing my mom had sent it to me from beyond the grave. I don't want to get what's inside and it's creepy, so I just left it alone all this time. I'm totally forgot about it today. So, you know what this is, girl? It'd be the same that thing came to your place? What is it, Angie-sama? Headache? Headache? Sorry, my head hurts. It's having pain. I know this. What do you mean, know this? You don't mean this envelope came to your place too, Angie-sama? I remember. A strange envelope sent to me 12 years ago. I'd fallen depressed after losing my entire family. But it was a really strange thing to come in the mail, so a faint memory of it remained. I was a strange letter. I forgot the destination address, but the person I had sent it to was Ushinomiya Rito. My father, whoever the guy's letter thought was my father had died, I opened it up. Found a key and card that ran I was remembering shows. I fell down, threw it away somewhere, I think. Probably lost it somewhere in the chaos that followed. And now I have no way of checking its contents. That's how I think I can guess. I'm sure the contents were the same. Without doubt, there must have been a key, a card, and a note with a pin inside the envelope. Beatrice? What was she trying to do here? So did she hand out the soup money to all the surviving relatives? I won't forgive her. Remind them even after their deaths. Angie! Takatoro acted nervously. As I looked at his worrying face, my agitation began to cool off bit by bit. I'm sorry. My hatred of Beatrice isn't anything new. I'm just surprised. I'm angry to find out that I had a connection with the witch Ariane that day at the age of 6. For the past 12 years, they've been enslaved by Beatrice Sama's curse. This must be proof that this really was a curse. But please, don't fall apart. Part of this journey should be to break through that. That's right. Just thinking about rising my head won't get me anywhere. What's going on? What's the meaning of the handing out 100 million yen to each of the relatives? Is she trying to provoke us? Damn that Beatrice.
Angie, calm down. Uryu.
As Sakutaro buried his head in my stomach, he urged me to stay calm. I took another deep breath and started thinking. I wonder if by sending these letters was a demonstration that this was a premeditated crime by Beatrice.
They were postmarked right before the family conference. They weren't dead just up, so they would be sent back after some time. They wanted them to arrive after the incident. Is that it?
Yeah, that's what it implies. But it still leaves me wondering a little. Why such an uncertain method? Uncertain? Yeah. After all, you can't even guess in advance how many days it would take for the mail to return. You can't even guess the amount of time it would take for the receiving post office to research the curious and number sent.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it'd be more certain if they just said an arrival date and mailed it that way. Uryu.
Maybe, but still.
If they mailed it the day before, then no matter how quickly you return, it probably would arrive no earlier than Monday. However, they wanted to make it seem like a letter from the dead.
A letter from the dead, you say? You're right. That surprises you, makes you feel horrible. Some mail with your dead family's... It's thrown into the mailbox with an honest label attached. Now, it doesn't really make any sense to me. When a mail didn't arrive on a specified day. Just concerned why anyone would allow us insecurity would possibly arrive on a day they weren't anticipating.
Uryu. That really does sound like Beto to me.
Huh? You know about Beto?
Well, I need to talk with her a little. But somehow I can tell that Beto would do something like this. Can you imagine that too, Mammon? Beto likes pranks like this, right?
Yeah, that might be true. I wouldn't put it past Beatrice-sama to pull a vicious prank like a letter from the dead.
No, not just that part. Beatrice would find it more fun to do it in a way that was a little bit uncertain instead of one that was absolutely certain.
You'd find an uncertain method? More fun. Remember Marie Onechen's diary. Had quite a lot of descriptions of playing with Beatrice. Occasionally, some of these involve Beto playing pranks on the adult relatives of Maria. But those pranks always followed a certain little aesthetic principle, which was that things are more fun if they are uncertain. One day, Marie Onechen had brought a wind-up minicar, and she and Beto decided to use it for a prank. It was a popular toy at the time. If you made that minicar back up, it would wind up the spring in the tires, and when you let it go, it would race forwards. They wound up that minicar and set it in the shadow of a milk jug. In other words, the prank was that if you loaded the milk jug, the minicar would jump forwards and surprise whoever did that. Hoping that someone would get caught in this prank, Onechan and Beto had watched the adults from the shadows for their whole tea time. Looking forward to seeing who would get caught by it, but only no one moved the trapped milk jug and the trap never went off. When Onechan muttered we should put it somewhere where they definitely get caught by it, Beto apparently said this. She said, "Traps where you don't know who will get caught, or even whether anyone will be caught at all, are all more thrilling and fun." Probably true that you wouldn't get that kind of excitement from a trap that would definitely catch someone. This kind of description occurred in multiple places. Making it impossible to guess that the witch called Beatrice is quite a fickle character and loved a random thrill. A fickle person is very hard to deal with. I can't flip over the chessboard, find out what that witch from 12 years ago was planning. As Angie realized that she really should have been smarter as a child, her gaze wandered from place to place. Then she suddenly showed interest in the wall. There, a number of framed photographs were hung. Many were commemorative photos from when the Kumasawas got together as a family and went somewhere to play, and Kumasawa herself was in many of them. So with a smile that made it so you can always hear the light-hearted ho-ho-ho laugh. This is memory. Do you remember there's definitely sort of a cheerful old lady? Notice anything different about Kumasawa-san the days leading up to the incident? Nope. She looked the same as ever. Probably how tough the family comms was and how put it on her edge, same as always. What's this? Among the number of frames, there's one that had something other than a picture of people in it. It was photographed on a large relief of a door from a Western-style house or something. I couldn't see an interesting subject in particular, which actually bugged me a bit, as I wonder why anyone had gone to all the trouble of taking it. As I got closer, I realized some of the text had been written in paper. Oh yeah, that's what I got when Mom's salons were distributed. I think it was probably something to do with the legend of the goat thing. Which is epitaph, you mean? Remembering the location, the hidden tons of gold? Kumasawa-san tried to solve it too, I see. But this isn't the epitaph. First time I've seen it. Arch above the western-style door, and that arch had a relief. It was an inscription in English, and that seemed to be the focus of the photograph. The pen writing appeared to be a translation into Japanese. Door will only open with a probability of 1 in 1 quadrillion. You're only blessed with a probability of 1 in 1 quadrillion. I don't know it. Nothing like this ever showed up in the epitaph for One-Chan's diary.
お袋の遺品の中に碑文の謎解きに挑戦してると思われる写真やノート。お袋も案外そういうのが好きだったんだな。なんでも
There was that rumor that 10 tons of gold bars were hidden somewhere.
そりゃお袋も夢中になるはずだ。
No wonder she was so besotted by it. In both Maria Onechinzari and her grimoire, there was a description of the witch's epitaph. Mentioned about how it was a ritual to open the door to the own land, and Beatrice's resurrection ritual, and Beatrice's succession ceremony, and so on. Perhaps the most interesting one was the last line, the succession ceremony. According to Beatrice, if you were to solve the witch's epitaph, you would receive not only the 10 tons of gold and the Ushimiya family inheritance, but her own power and name, as well as the title of Golden Witch. Among the Ushimiya family at the time, the witch's epitaph was thought as a difficult quiz, which the head, Kinzo, had prepared to select his successor. But in the Mirage Chaussier interpretation, the questionnaire was Beatrice herself, and she had posed a question in part to choose her successor. There's a slight discrepancy in the details of the two interpretations. Either way, its disturbing contents brought to mind a bloody serial murder. And both of the message bottles depicted a crime that followed that pattern. If I could solve the witch's epitaph now, 12 years later, I wonder if I could expose some plot made back then. I tried to solve it many times myself, but never did have a clue what it meant. It seems that many witch hunters have been trying as well. I also found that theories like the La Plata theory and the Nora theory in certain books. However, none of these theories were conclusive. Are there any other materials? I think so, but they were all split between my siblings. I don't clue who has what. Sorry.
この熊沢さんが撮影した英文だけ読むと、めったに開かれない開かずの扉という印象を受ける。
Reading the English text that Kumasawa-san took a picture of gives the impression that it was a written door that was rarely opened.
でも、これは屋敷
Where in the mansion is it, I wonder?
光の具合から屋外みたいだけど。
Judging by the lighting, it looks like it's outside.
熊沢さんは
I wonder if Kumasawa ever suspected the gold was hidden there.
隠されていると睨んでたのかしら。
Who knows? In any case, it's probably somewhere in the Rokujima mansion. It's a pity, but it wasn't the kind of money in Mom's bank account to make me think she found the gold. She probably didn't find it after all. The Golden Witch Beatrice gave 10 tons of gold to Kinzo, which meant that the witch was the true owner of the gold. Beatrice is the owner of all the vast fortunes of the Ishiromiya family. The witch owning this vast wealth had massacred the humans on Rokujima on that day, and sent large amounts of money to their surviving relatives like it was a game. Like how it's a letter from the dead. This is a desecration of the dead. I was once again convinced. My family died on the island that day, didn't die and go to heaven. They're entrapped by the witch even now and are being desecrated and tormented for all of eternity. The last place Angie visited was a store in a region where residential and commercial areas intermingled, with a signboard saying Marufuku Sleep Shop. There lived the man who had been captain of the ferryboat to... Even you who once lived as a man of the sea had retired out of contracting a serious illness. It was out being taken care of at the house of his son and his son's wife. I remember you well. You are about yay high. Look at you now. You must have been absolutely devastated. I understand how you feel, believe me. Former boat captain was so full of energy, you couldn't really tell he had retired in the first place. His memory seemed clear too. He had a good memory of things that had happened more than a decade prior, and seemed that he could even remember how Angie had been at the time. All the conversation was very helpful for Angie. At the same time, the captain also remembered the final family conference very well. The fact that he had detailed memories of when Balor was gonna fall uproar on the boat was instead painful for Angie. It had been so back then as well, but even now there's no public way to cross Rokujima. It's necessary to make an individual request to an owner of a boat to make the voyage. I said I managed to arrange for a boat to Rokujima. So if he refused me, the voyage to Rokujima would probably become hopeless. No need to explain. If he knows he's not finding a boat, we're going to go to that island at this point. Nowadays, some don't even call it Rokujima anymore. They call it by its own name. Akujikijima. Akuji. Can't see you getting any around here to help you out. Originally, Rokujima had been feared as an island of disaster by the fishermen. When the incident happened 12 years ago, that fear reached its peak. They respected the sea, feared it, and revered it. There was almost no sailors who would try to take a boat to the cursed island. Because of that, most of the witch hunters were unable to cross over to Rokujima, and were limited to taking a trip around the island. Ironically, this caused the mysterious mystique surrounding Rokujima to increase even more, and resulted in the proliferation of the bizarre witch stories they love so much. You take me in your boat? It's supposed to be give her back to me just for tomorrow. Yeah, the engine acting up lately though. Well, crank it up to full throttle. A former boat captain promised that tomorrow he would go back to his previous job and take his boat out to Rokujima. With this, I managed to secure a method of transfer to Rokujima. This is probably all I can do on Nijima. All that's left is tomorrow. On Rokujima, I'll reach the final destination journey that stretches back 12 years.
That's great news! You'll be able to go to the island now!
Yes. I'd heard it would be hard to find a boat, so the boat captain's collaboration really helped me out. Although he may not have been as badly affected as you, Angie-sama. I'm sure the incident 12 years ago has put in a thorn in the captain's side as well. One that he hasn't been able to pull out.
Even the captain wasn't able to find closure. This whole time.
Well, yeah. If that guy had taken his boat on October 5th as promised, there's a chance he could have saved a great many people. If he hadn't been hesitant with his boat just because of a little wind.
Uryu! You shouldn't say such things! I'm sure that's been the captain constantly since that day.
If that had truly been right in the middle of the typhoon on October 5th. From the boat captain had known for certain that they would be trapped by the typhoon if they head to Rokujima on October 4th. The family very insisted upon that date, which had been determined beforehand as the date of the conference. It was only natural. All the boats had their own packed schedules and had come to the family conference having arranged their schedules in advance. They probably had their own circumstances, but they were easily pushing it back next week just because the typhoon was approaching. It wasn't the boat's captain's fault. Perhaps you could say that he didn't feel so guiltless that he could place the whole blame wholly on the typhoon. Certainly, just as those two said, there's no doubt that the boat captain had been dragging the vessel 12 years ago, along with him this whole time. And by taking me, the last member of the Umineko line, to the island, and bringing back safely, he might be trying to find some resolution for the past.
船は昼過ぎに帰ってくることになってる。
The boat's meant to be coming back this afternoon. Take your Rokujima after that, so we should get there before evening.
到着は夕方前になるだろう。電気も明かりもない島だ。
It's an island that has electricity or lights. You won't be able to stay long. And a short trip like this gonna satisfy you? It's not the kind of thing we're staying along whose house I mean more. I'm grateful you just have you take me there.
すまんな。
Don't mention it.
わしが船を手放して
If
い
I
な
had
け
part
れ
of
ば、
my boat, I wouldn't have to be so stingy and I'd be able to take you to the island as much as you'd
好
like.
きなだけ島へ案内してやれるんだが。
It's not like I have a go of doing something particular on Rokujima. So, the time of day I'll be staying there is evening. The evening, which travels the two different worlds of day and night, seems most like a borderline between this world and the next. Or possibly between 1998 and 1986. And felt like the most fitting time to visit Rokujima. I don't think I'll be doing anything useful on the island. Staying there for just a few hours would be fine if I can find some closure. At that time, there's a small knock on the paper sliding door, and Amakusa stuck his head in, tapping his watch. I nodded back and told him I'd gotten hold of a boat for tomorrow.
それはよかった。
That's great.
そろそろ参りましょう。
No time for us to go.
船長、明日はよろしく。
We'll be counting on you tomorrow, Captain.
ああ、任せておけ。
You betcha.
お前さんたちの難儀な事
And
情
all
も
of the
聞いた。
troubles you've had.
わしも当時のワイドショー
Was
を見て
watching
い
the
て、
talk shows at the time and was disgusted by all the people stirring up that incident just for fun.
虫唾が走っとったもんだ。協力は惜しまんよ。
I'll be out any way I can.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
それでは明日お昼に。
Then I'll see you tomorrow.
これ。
Here.
船代に。
As the fare for the boat. Angie took a wrapped wad of 10,000 yen bills from her pocket. The boat captain must have seen his thickness as well. But he paid absolutely no interest and shook his head.
わしはお前さんに感謝してる。
I'm grateful to you.
これは天のお導きだ。
This is guidance from heaven.
あんたを六軒島へ
I'm
連
being
れ
given
て
a Fauchin, take you to Rojima and bring me back
そして
safely.
無事に連れ帰る最後のチャンスをくださったんだ。わしは金蔵さんに任されていた最後の仕事を今ようやく
Now I'll be
終え
able
る
to
ことが
finish
で
the
きる。
final job Kenzo-san entrusted me with.
だからあんたには
I'm
感謝して
grateful
る。
to you.
金は
I mean, more than
当
enough.
時の金
I got
蔵
more
さ
than
んから
enough
たら
from
ふく
money
も
from
らってる。
Kenzo-san back then.
あんたから取れんよ。
Can't take it from you.
ありがとうございます。
階段足元に気をつけてな。
Watch your step up the stairs.
急だぞ。
They're a doozy. Went down the staircase that was the exact opposite accessible. It was getting hard to believe that these had actually been the chest of drawers and the TV in the room upstairs. Holy shit, this is filled. Most of the first floor was a bedding store with many futons piled up on each other. The captain followed behind us as we weaved our way through the cramped futon shop. After cautiously checking around outside, Amakusa dashed out first and started up the car.
孫の部屋が空いとる。
My grandkid's room is
どこ
empty.
って言っても構わん
I
な。
really wouldn't mind if you stayed here.
見ての通り。
As you can tell, I'm to my ears in futons.
ありがとうございます。
Thanks for the offer.
万一の時。
But I can't cause you trouble if the worst comes to worst. don't know your circumstances. It seems like me you caught up in a lot of trouble. There's some rumors some shade people are on the lookout for someone. Wouldn't happen to be you, is it?
So.
How should I know? Angie played dumb but looked as though the boat captain had guessed. My job was to take visitors to Rokujima over to the island and bring them back again. That job was interrupted 12 years ago and it still hasn't been finished. So, thanks to you, I'm finally getting able to finish that job. So, what I'm saying, please let me finish this job. You understand? Yeah. It's not like I'm going to die there. Part of me does feel that if I could die on that island, I would surely be able to go to where my family is. I had finally become aware of it. I might have been planning to die on that island. I might have come all this way, heading for Rokujima in search of a place to die. The boat captain had guessed that as well. And so, for emphasis, he told me again, don't. I won't. I promise. In the first place, I'm still unclear why I even want to go to Rokujima. What the purpose is at all. No, I'm sure there's gotta be one. If there's one for you, then there is one for them. The island called you. That's why you came here. You might be right. I might have been called. I was called. For what reason? For them. Mom, Dad, Valor One-chan, and Marie One-chan. Or maybe the Golden Witch. Beatrice. What does Rokujima have for me? And what will I achieve? Even though tomorrow will almost certainly be my last, I still wasn't understand my own mission. There was the sound of a car stopping in front of the store and a short honk could be heard. Then I'll see you tomorrow. Have a nice evening. I got past the stacks of foodons in the narrow store and was about to go outside. Just then my feet stopped. What is it? What is that? That? What? What are you talking about? Coming over, I pointed at it. No matter how the boat captain squinted, he noticed absolutely nothing in the direction that should have surprised me. That means... that means... Sakataro? What the fuck?
What is Sakataro? No, look, it's Sakataro. What? What the fuck? This. That's Sakataro. That's his little fucking tail. What? Impossible. Why? Angie? Why? What's going on? I don't have a clue either. There's no way something like that, something that ridiculous. Is this magic? A miracle? Yes, this is probably fate. This was my mission. I don't have a clue what it's... I was frozen position, shaking, pointing to singing darkness inside the store. What is it? What's over there? I don't understand. What is it that you see? Thank you, Captain. All of it was all fate. You me visiting this place. This is the mission and the purpose that I'm going to Rokujima for.
Enji-san?
Enji-san? What is it? Something wrong? I'm as clueless as you. Just gone still, his statue pointing to the darkness.
Enji-san?
Enji-san? What can you see? Can't you see it? That right there. Can you see it? I can see it's a normal display case. There's no one there, Missy. Uryu, Angie! I don't know what's going on. Is this a dream? Magic? What's happening? Angie? Doctor lifted his face towards Angie. From her eyes, lit a single tear. Angie-sama? I understand. Ane-chan. And Beatrice. Uryu! So, this is magic.